Hey guys, my name is Carlo. I'm a marketing copywriter here in Costa Rica. So, you have a business and you want to sell an amazing deal for Black Friday, but there's one thing that you're neglecting that might make the whole difference between your offer selling like crazy or basically just flocking with the rest of the Black Friday offers. So what I'm talking about is landing on people's primary tab. So if you know, Gmail has three tabs, right? The primary, the social, and the promotions. The promotions tab is the no-no zone. That's the thing that we want to avoid. So for the past 4 months, I've sent one email every single day. So that's about 120 emails. So I know what Gmail is about in these times, right? I know the Gmail algorithm, I know how it works, and I've developed a system in which you can test your emails so they land on the primary tab. So basically, I'm gonna give you this power tool in which you can make almost any email land on the primary tab, right? So I'm gonna give you the step by step, the things that I use and the whole process I go through. So why would you want? Maybe you're wondering if it does make a big difference. So I'm gonna show you in the screen the differences that I have with the emails that I've sent, where they land on the promotions, the percentage of open rates, and where they land on the inbox. So inbox is pretty important, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because nowadays people get so many things that they have this split focus, right? All the companies are fighting to get people's attention. But if you land on their inbox, there's something very important. So if you have Gmail on your cell phone and you land on people's inbox, that means you're gonna get a direct notification on the home screen. That applies for iPhone. I'm not sure in the Android part, but I'm pretty sure you do get a notification. So that means that you're gonna have way higher chances of people opening your emails and buying your offer. So that's a huge deal right there. If your email lands on the promotion tab, it's gonna happen anything, right? It's not gonna appear on people's phone unless they go on their Gmails and they land on the promotions, right? So at this time of the year, everyone's trying to fight for that inbox. Everyone's trying to fight, but I'm not sure why I haven't seen so many people landing on the primary tab, right? And that's crazy for me because I basically do that every single day. I'm always testing. So that's why I thought this is going to be very valuable for you guys. So pay very close attention. So first, what you need to think about is the subject line, right? How do I make sure that my subject line is not triggering Gmail and putting me in the promotions tab, right? So that's how Gmail works. Gmail basically has an algorithm that scans your whole email, your subject line, all the words that you put, so he can see if it's a promotion or if it's kind of spammy. So the method here is that you need to test only one thing at a time, right? So in that way, you know exactly what is the thing that it's sending your email into the promotions tab. And when you remove that thing, that trigger, and you change it, you're gonna be able to land on the primary tab, right? So the first thing that you need to test is your subject line. But how do you test your subject line if your body copy is bad, right? If your body copy is full of triggers, how do you know that it's not a trigger in the email, but it's on the subject line, right? Does it make sense? So what I do is that I have a past campaign already saved that I know that it lands on the inbox. How do I know that? Basically, I test it out and I send it to my phone and to multiple emails that I have, and I make sure that it lands on the primary tab of all those emails, right? So first what I do is that I take this campaign. By the way, there's a lot of softwares that are gonna let you test the emails. What I personally prefer is Active Campaign. It basically has everything that I need, all the lists, the automations, everything that I truly think works the best. So I'm gonna leave a link down below if you're interested. So my first step that I do every single day is that I select a past campaign that I know that it lands on the inbox, and I test the email subject. So for example, let's say Black Friday deal. So I pick this subject line. By the way, if you want to make sure, most of the subject lines truly work, right? That's very curious. But the thing is, don't overuse these ones or caps locks, right? Try to keep it simple. Try to keep it with as less exclamation marks or symbols as possible, and without all those like make money, make millions, you know, that kind of stuff. But truly, if you test it, it might work. So that's the power of this method. Like, there's so many things that I've managed to land on the primary that is just crazy. So what I do here is that I go to the next step where you basically design your email. And here, when you go to this part, at least on Active Campaign, here is where you can test your emails, right? This is where you can go here and put your own email here and basically send the test and see if it works. One very important thing here, guys, if you're using Active Campaign, ignore all of these things, right? Don't follow this, because I know this email lands on the inbox and it says that it's a spam. So you basically click here, send the test, send anyways, and then you wait. What I like to do is that I have my phone right here, so I make sure if it lands or not. So if you see here, I got the notification and I now know that it does land on the primary tab. You can also open a different tab on the computer and just make sure if it lands on the primary or not. But what I like to do is to have my phone here. So the next tip and the most important part here, guys, is how to test one email that it doesn't land on the promotion, right? How to make your current email land on the primary tab. And this is where the gold is. So basically, here I have like a basic Black Friday template that I've used. This is not mine, but I'm using it as a reference. So you go here, now you know that your subject line works, and you go here and you paste your text, right? You paste your email, the email that you want to send. Okay, that took a little bit. So now you have your email. So the first thing you need to do is to make sure that you test it, right? Because you might be lucky and you get it right away. So you go here, you test it, and see if it lands on the primary tab. If you don't get any notification on your cell phone, that means it's landing on the promotions tab. So here's where the golden part comes, guys. Here's where the true value I'm gonna give you. So in order to test it and know exactly what is the word that it's triggering your email, you need to have a testing method, and that's what I'm gonna show you. So the thing here is that your whole email might be good, right? Your whole email might be really good to go, but there's one single sentence, for example, like this one, that triggers it. So if you go and you delete it or you change it and you basically look for synonyms or other things, it now can land on the primary, right? That's the thing. It might be very, very small things that just send it into the promotions. So what I do is that I take 50% of the email and I delete it, right? So let's say, for example, that this is the like from this is the 50% of the email. So you go and you press Command X, right? So you delete it, but you have it in your clipboard, and if you press Command V, you're gonna get it back again, right? But also make sure that you always send one copy. You know, that first copy we tested, you're gonna have it on your Gmail. So don't worry if you delete your email. That has happened to me a lot of the times. you can just go into your Gmail, and you have a copy. You have a saved copy there. So don't worry if you basically delete it by mistake. So what I do, it's Command X, and then I send another test, right? If that test lands on the primary tab, that means that the trigger word or the trigger sentence is on the second half of the email. So now what I do is that I paste it again, and I start taking everything but the last sentence. So what I mean by this, do you remember that the 50% was here, right? This is the part that we deleted, and we sent it, and it landed on the primary tab. That means that somewhere between these lines there's a trigger that's telling Gmail that this is a spam email, right? Or a promotions. So what I do is that next time I erase everything but one sentence. So boom, I do this, I send it again. If it lands on the inbox, it means that this wasn't the sentence, right? It means that this sentence is good to go. When I do very, very important emails like Black Friday deals or really big things, I always do it sentence by sentence. So it might take longer, but trust me, it's gonna pay off, right? You're gonna get way more profit from your deal. But in general, if I'm not doing that, I might leave 2 or 3 sentences and I do it quicker, right? So the next time what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take everything but the other one, right? Control X, send it, test it. So let's say now that this specific sentence isn't landing on the primary. So when I delete everything but I have this sentence, it doesn't land on the primary. I don't get the notification on my cell phone, right? So what I do is that I basically rewrite the whole sentence. So there's a couple of things you can do. If you feel that that sentence, you can just basically understand the whole email with that sentence, you can delete it, right? And that's always a good way to go. Delete it, and then test it again and see if it lands on the inbox. But the other thing you can do, if it's like a crucial sentence or if your email just stops making sense without it, is that you basically rephrase it, right? And you can look for synonyms online. So what I would do is that I basically try to say the same but different, right? So rather than it's simply okay, so I could tell people like the amount of tools and resource too much to explain, right? So I'm basically saying pretty much the same but in a different way. So now I delete this one and I keep testing it and see if this one works. If not, I'm gonna change it again and again until it works, right? So this is kind of the ultimate method, right? And if you wanna go very, very hardcore, you can basically delete the whole email and just leave one sentence by sentence, right? So you test this one, lands on the primary. Okay, good, boom. You then test the second sentence, boom, and you test it, and you're gonna land the link, and again and again and again until your whole email it's done. I do this when there's emails that are very, very, very important for me. So one thing that I recommend you guys is to save all those trigger questions, all those trigger sentences in a different file, so then you can start seeing patterns and you can stop doing kind of the using the same kind of words and the same kind of sentences. So here I'm going to tell you something that is very, very important. I do have a file full of all those triggers and all those sentences. and I could go there and basically sell it to you and tell you, hey, this is the list of things that you should avoid on your email so you can land on the inbox. But I can't have all the triggers. I can't have all the sentences, right? I just basically can't. If I promise you that I'm gonna give you all the triggers, I will be lying, right? So what I like that and what I want to give you in this training is the tool so you can go fishing, right? I'm not giving you the fish. I'm giving you the tool so every single day you can apply it into your business and start landing more on the primary tab, right? So I do want to give you the system, and this is basically the system. This is what I do pretty much every single day. I do copywriting, I do funnels, I do Facebook ads, I do all these marketing services, but I know that emails is where the true money is, right? It's where you basically can actually own your traffic and connect with people in a deeper way, right? So thanks for watching. That will be the whole training. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Send me an email, reply to me. I'm gonna keep sending you valuable stuff regarding email marketing. So wait for it. I'll see you in the next one. Follow me on my social media if you wanna learn more. If you wanna work closer with me, make sure to schedule a call and get in contact to see if we can work together, if we're a good fit. And that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.